Hey everybody, I'm Sean. Welcome to another episode of Angling Spiders. Welcome back everybody. On today's episode, Kieran and I are out at Twin Valley Reservoir here in southern Alberta, trying our hand at some ice fishing again. It is a beautiful day out here compared to what it's been lately. It's about 1 degree, which is about 36 Fahrenheit, and compared to the minus 40 it was last week, that's pretty awesome. So it's nice to be able to be out here even without a coat on. I'm actually filming this towards the end of the fishing day because it has been a slow day out here today. We've been fishing now for about 4 hours. We've moved spots a couple of times and it has been slow. No bites. We've seen one fish on the underwater camera, and I'm actually going to show you guys some footage of that right now because the water here is the clearest we've ever had at any lake that we've fished at yet so far this year. And so we got some good footage of a pike almost biting, and unfortunately it didn't. So here you go. So hopefully that fish will come back and we'll actually catch it. We'll see. It did disappear and we haven't seen it in a while, which is also strange for a pike. Which means we might get skunked today because we've only got about half an hour of fishing left. And so what I decided to do was make this a quick gear video of a couple of things that I picked up recently. One that I bought on Amazon and one that I got for Christmas. So let's get right to it. All right, so the first thing that I picked up is actually an ice fishing rod holder, and I will show you that in a second. But why did I pick this thing up? It's because early on when we were picking up gear for ice fishing, we didn't know if we were going to do it much. So we got the cheapest things we possibly could buy, and that included our rod holders. This is one of them. It's just a wireframe rod holder that you set on the ice. You put your rod in here, and the challenge with these, and the reason I don't like them, is because one, they're bulky to carry, and two, they slide around on the ice unless you secure them to something. You can tie them to a chair, or you can bury them with a little bit of ice or something, I suppose, but they aren't the greatest. They're not stable, and one of these, when Kieran was using it last year at Crawling Valley, pulled the rod right out of it, and we lost a rod down the hole. And so I've been looking for something ever since, and that's why I picked up this ice fishing rod holder from Brocraft. What makes this unique? I will show you. So if I unbox this quick, it's pretty simple components in here. There's first and foremost the rod holder itself. Now it's folded up to fit in the box. And secondly, the fastener that secures the rod holder to the ice, which is very similar to a tent peg that you would use to screw down your grommets on your tent when you're trying to hold your tent in place on the ice. That's it. That's all there is to it. So I'll show you how this thing works. All right, you guys, the first thing you got to figure out is where you want to put your rod. Now, this one over here is going to be the camera hole today. We've got some nice clear water, so we're hoping for some good underwater footage. And so the rod is going to be over on this side. I'm going to have the rod sitting about right here. And so if I just set that there with it over the hole, what I want then is for this rod holder to be right here, which means I need to get this anchor in right here. All right, you guys, so now I've got the anchor screwed in. Now I'm going to take this, I got to loosen off this part right up here so I can straighten out the rod holder, then retighten it. And that swivels if you need it to. And then I have to loosen off the bottom one, which is what's going to clamp it to that ice pick down there.
And line it back up. Tighten that on there. Alright, so we got that on there. Now if you want to change the angle of your rod holder, you can just loosen this one at the top and change the angle a little bit so it's up. And then you're good to go. You just slide your rod in there. And that's not going anywhere.
Alright, so that's it. That's how you set it up. That's how you use it. And when you're done, you fold it back up. Fits inside this box. Easy to carry. And so far it's worked great. Holds the rod really well, and it gets a lot of stuff out of the way, which trying to be compact when you're carting stuff around the ice is always a good thing. So I will continue to use this, and I'll do a more in-depth review towards the end of the season, but so far I'm liking this thing a lot. So for any of you who are interested, again, I picked this up on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description down below. And a reminder for all of you, we put our Amazon links down there because we're Amazon affiliates. If you happen to click on those links, don't buy anything that we have listed, but then buy something completely different. We still get a small commission on anything that you buy if you go through our links. So anything helps. It all goes back into the channel. And for those of you that have done it, we really appreciate it. We definitely have had quite a few people using our links in the past. So, all right, let's get to the next item. Okay, everybody, so the second item is something that I actually just got for Christmas, and it is inside this case. Now, this, I believe, it came from Costco, was given to me by my wife for Christmas. And the reason she gave it to me before I opened up is that I am out here for a long time when I come fishing. Usually we're out here all day. Sometimes our GoPro batteries die, sometimes our phone dies, and they need to be recharged. And so my wife bought me a recharger, a power bank. Now, many of you probably have power banks, but there is something that's a little bit different about this one that's unique. So this is from Type S. It's a relatively big unit, and that's why it comes with this hard shelled carrying case. And what also comes inside here is the charging cable. That includes both the cable and an adapter so that you can charge it in your lighter socket in a vehicle. It also comes with jumper cables, and this is probably the most impressive thing about this unit. So first and foremost, if you want to see how much charge you've got in this thing, you can simply turn it on and it will tell you how much it's charged. Of course, I fully charged it, and so you can see there's 4 bars on here right now. That means the unit's fully charged and ready to go. The charging ports for this thing are up on top here, and you can see there's a USB, there's a USB-C, and so you can charge a whole bunch of different things, including all of your iPhones, your GoPro, your accessories that you need. What's interesting is that there's also another compartment here on the side for another set of cables, and this is actually where the jumper cables go in. And according to the manufacturer, I have not tested this because I haven't needed to, but as long as this thing is above 51% charged, you can jump start a vehicle with this thing, which I think is absolutely crazy. And so it's a small set of jumper cables. You plug them in and you're ready to go. I thought that was a neat feature. The other thing that's on here is if you hold this button, there's a flashlight on the side. So again, if I was using this on an overnighter on the ice, which you guys have seen me do before, and I actually plan to do again, you've got a flashlight here that you can use that runs off of the power bank. It's got different modes. So this is a pretty cool unit. I have not yet charged anything with it. I am, again, going to use this thing all season, and I will give you guys a review towards the end, but I just wanted to show off something that I got for Christmas that I think is pretty cool and is very handy to be carrying with me out here on the ice. So normally when I'm talking to you guys, one of these flags would go off in the background, but that just tells you how slow it is out here today. No such luck. No fish during the intro, no fish during the outro. And so we're gonna close it off there on a slow but beautiful day out here in southern Alberta. And with that, hopefully the next time you guys see us, we're actually pulling in some fish. All right, so I'm gonna close that one out here. As always, if you guys like the video, smash that like button, hit subscribe. And until next time, good fishing.